Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome to the live servers of World of Warcraft. I'm on my Assassination Rogue and today I'm going to be going over my PvP, PVE and Honor Talents build for the Assassination Rogue. We're going to be starting off with PvE and we're going to be going for in Tier 1 Master Poisoner. Increases the damage done by your poisons by 30% and their non-damaging effects by 20%. So what this does is it allows your poisons to hit extra hard, and that's what you're going to want to be doing, especially because Assassination is pretty much the one that gets the poisons and gets the cool ones. So we're going to be going for that. Any chance you can get to have your poisons hitting harder is a good thing, guys. Moving on, we have Night Stalker. When in stealth is active, you move 20% faster and your abilities deal 50% more damage. When you open up on the boss, you're going to be opening up with Garrote to start with, and this will basically give 50% extra damage on your first Garrote. Once you put your first Rupture up and all that sort of stuff, they'll tick through to get your combo points ready, and then when you go to apply your second Rupture, what you do is you vanish and then you apply your second Rupture, which already does over 500,000 damage over 24 seconds, and then it will gain that extra 50% damage bonus on that Rupture, which is going to be, it's insanely good the amount of damage you can get from that. Vanish is on a 2-minute cooldown, so every 2 minutes you can apply an improved Rupture with that 50% extra damage on the target. It's fucking beautiful. Next we go over, we take Vigor. Increases maximum energy by 50 and your energy regeneration rate by 10%. So when the rogue doesn't have any energy, especially Assassination, it plays like shit. Same with the Hunter. When you have no focus, it feels like you're fucking swinging a bag of potatoes around and nothing's really happening. It feels fucking shit. So what we want to do is we want to try and minimize that as possible by having as much energy we can and energy regeneration, so that way we can actually have a nice flow with our spec instead of having this downtime where you're just playing with your dick and doing nothing. The more you can get to play silky smooth, the better. Next, you can go either way here. You either take Elusiveness, which Feint also reduces the damage from non-area effect spells by 30%, or you can take Cheat Death. So when you take a fatal hit, instead of dying, it returns you 7% of your maximum health for 3 seconds, and you take 85% reduced damage. This has been nerfed from 3 minutes to 6 minutes. So what this does, guys, it gives you a chance to allow the healers extra time to heal you up instead of you just dying and then having to waste a battle res or something. This will give you a chance to get yourself clear of any dangerous spots, give your healers a chance to heal you up. And then from that point onwards, you know, instead of just wasting a whole battle res and everything, it gives more opportunities to down the boss. Alright guys, next tier, it's completely up to you which one you want to use. So you can go with Elusiveness, which Feint also reduces all damage you take from non-area effect spells by 30% for 5 seconds. Or you can go with Cheat Death, which I think is the better one, which when you take fatal damage, instead of killing you, it returns you 7% of your maximum health for 3 seconds, and afterwards you take 85% reduced damage. It has been nerfed. It used to be 3 minutes, it's now 6 minutes. But still, it's worthwhile taking. If something was to kill you, instead of you dying and then someone having to waste a battle res on you, what this does is it gives you a chance to basically get out of harm's way, and then your healers have an extra chance to heal you up and get you clear of all damage and all chance of dying. Like I said, one person can make all the difference in a fight, and it gives you a chance to, like, you know, not waste battle reses and all that sort of stuff. And the longer you're alive, the more shit you can do, plain and simple. Next, we have Thuggy. So resets the remaining cooldown on your Garrote when a target dies with your Garrote active. This isn't so much something that's going to work well on single target fights, but it's good for multi-fights where you have lots of different targets. You can Garrote them all up as they die, resets the cooldown on your Garrote, you can reapply the Garrote to someone else, so on and so forth. More bleeds, the better. Next, we have Agonizing Poison. Coat your weapon with a lethal poison that lasts for 1 hour. Each strike has a 30% chance to poison the enemy for 12 seconds, increasing all damage taken by your abilities by 6.8%, stacking up to 5 times. This goes off your mastery, so the more mastery you have, the higher that bonus is going to go. Keep in mind, it doesn't work in PvP because all your stats are locked, so your mastery is set at a certain level. So your I think it's like 5.8% right now. So, and you can't get any higher. It's not really worth taking. When you're going for PvP, we change it up for that. But for PvE, Agonizing Poison is fucking way ahead of everything else. It is beautiful and it makes you hit like an absolute fucking legend. And next, guys, we have Venomous Rush, or Venom Rush. So Venomous Wounds grants 3 additional energy each time it grants energy. So if we go into our spell Bookerino, Venomous Wounds here, you regain 10 energy each time your abilities deal bleed damage to a poison target. If an enemy dies while afflicted by your Rupture, you regain energy based on the remaining duration. So what this does is it basically buffs this, like I was saying before with Vigor. The more energy you have, the better it feels. Anything we can do to help that and just eliminate those like shitty downtimes you get, the better. And that is it, guys, for the PvE build, we're going to be moving on to the PvP build now. First off, we go for Master Poisoner. Same thing as before, increases the damage of your poisons. And now we're going to be using Deadly Poison, which has a 50% chance to deal an extra 114,000 nature damage over 12 seconds. And every subsequent application of it deals 17,000 damage. The harder your poison hits, the better. Let's be completely honest here, guys. And one thing I don't know if I mentioned or not, when you go to your artifact weapon here, Bag of Tricks, Envenom has a chance to smash a vial of gooey shit all over the ground, and it deals 500,000 damage nearly of damage within that pool for 3 seconds. Master Poisoner affects that, so it increases the damage that application does as well, because once again it's a poison. So all of your poisons, including your artifact trait, will be getting buffed from the Master Poisoner talent. So that right there is what we take in tier 1. In tier 2, we want to take Subterfuge. Your abilities requiring stealth can be used for 3 seconds after stealth breaks. Also causes Garrot to deal 125% increased damage and have no cooldown when used from stealth, or 3 seconds after it breaks stealth. So in PvP, any chance you get to apply more Garrots, especially in arenas and stuff, the more Garrots, the more cheap shots you can apply, the better. This is the way you're going to be doing it. It gives you guys a lot more zone pressure, a lot more spread pressure on the targets as well, and being able to just run out and just like cheap shot 3 people is pretty goddamn amazing. In tier 3, we go for Vigor again. Once again, the more energy, the better the whole thing plays. You can't go wrong. And then once again, next tier, you can go for Elusiveness if you want. You can go for Cheat Death. This one's purely up to you guys. Whatever you feel deep down inside, just do it. And now we go for Prey on the Weak. So enemies disabled by your Blind, Kidney Shot, Cheap Shot, or Sap take 15% increased damage from all sources. This thing is brilliant, especially like I said before, when you're going to be cheap shotting 3 different people, like Sap 1, Cheap Shot 2 guys. They're going to be taking 15% increased damage from everyone. It's all sources. So everyone's going to be doing 15% extra damage to them for the duration. Pretty fucking cool. Next, we have Alacrity. So your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to grant 2% haste for 20 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. This right here is just a way to sort of speed up the whole spec, which is quite cool. And it just gives you more haste, more stabby, stabby, shank, shank. It's what you want. It's why you're playing a rogue, let's be honest. And lastly, we still go for Venom Rush. So Venomous Wounds grant 3 additional energy per strike. The more energy, the better. It's the key thing with the rogue right now. You don't want those downtimes of just doing nothing and just playing with your dick. It's like playing with a fucking sack of potatoes. Nothing's happening. It's a sack of potatoes. So you want to be able to do this and have as much energy as you can so you can shank more shit. All right, guys, moving over to the honor talents now. Like I said, I just hit my level cap on my rogue, so I'm working through this shit. I play way too many characters. I really just need to stick with someone. Anyway, if you're playing a human, the best thing to go is Relentless, obviously, because you already have the honor talent built into yourself. But for everyone else, we take ourselves our medallion. Next, you want to go for Reinforced Armor. Increases your health by 10%. The more health you have, the better. Gives you the extra chance to survive. Can't go wrong. Next, we want to take Cut to the Chase. So if nearby enemies within 10 yards move faster than you at any given time, you match their movement speed and exceed it by 5% for 3 seconds. This spell is a fucking godsend, man. It gives you a chance to keep up with people. One thing the rogue needs is mobility, okay? We used to have it with Burst of Speed. We don't anymore. And like I said, we're not taking Night Stalker anymore, so we don't have that 20% there. So what this does, if anyone tries to get the fuck away from you, you're going to match them and exceed them. So you're going to be able to catch them. Then no one's getting away from you. And it's a good way to stick on your target so you can shank their kidneys and fuck them up. And then next, well, guys, we're going to have Unfair Advantage. Ability critical strikes on targets with lower health percentages than you. Increase your critical strike damage by 20% for 3 seconds. Having the ability to just crit for 20% extra, as long as they have less health than you, and the majority of time they will, because you're going to be the one jumping them because you're a cunt, and that's why we play rogues, because we're cunts. Any chance you have to hit harder, let's be honest, you're going to be doing it, especially considering, like I said, we're rogues, we're going to be jumping people half the time. Next, we have Deadly Brew. So Deadly Brew also causes wound poisons, reduced healing received effect. We're replacing Agonizing Poison with Deadly Poison, and to be able to just put the negative healing effect on it, man, that thing is just way too fucking good. To do extra damage and to stop them from receiving as much healing, it's fucking insanely good. You can't not take it. It's amazing. And last but not least, we have one of the most fun talents in my opinion. We go for Creeping Venom. Your Venom applies Creeping Venom, dealing 77,000 nature damage over 6 seconds. Creeping Venom's duration is refreshed when the target moves. Dude, That is fucking cool. It's just a dot you can put on them and it just automatically just applies. Everyone in PvP is always fucking moving around. Like, it's rare someone just stands there, and they can't stand there because they'll get fucking bum rushed and they'll get their asses plundered. So they have to move, which means you're just getting free damage off on them constantly. It's fucking amazing. So just to go over that again, guys, you want to go for Gladiator Medallion, Reinforced Armor, Cut to the Chase, Unfair Advantage, Deadly Brew, and Creeping Venom. And that is the PvP talent build for your honor talents and your normal talents. All right, guys, so now we're going to move on quickly to my artifact weapon tree. Thank you, Blizzard, for the catch-up system. You guys are fucking legends with that. That makes me so happy. I was able to just pump this out very, very quick. And like I said, now I'm getting to the point where the trades start costing a fuckload. Oh, I can go buy some more. I forgot how much artifact power I have. But yeah, so I'll go off with what I went for first. So you start off here, and then you basically get your first one, which is Assassin's Blade. Now, the one thing I love about the way that the artifact weapon is set up for the Assassination Rogue is it works. It's just so smooth the direction you go. So first off, I went down this way to Toxic Blades, increasing the damage of my Envenom by 10%. Urge to Kill, which basically when you activate Vendetta, you regain all your energy. That thing is fucking crisp. Shadow Walker to go for the movement speed extra, the reduced cooldown on your sprint. And then Bag of Tricks. That's the first one you want to go for, because like I said, you're casting Envenom a whole lot, and when you Envenom, it has a chance to apply this massive pool of gooey acidic shit that basically just fucks anyone up. This thing hits hard, nearly 500,000 damage, and your Master Poisoner fucking talent applies with it, like I said. So it's fucking insanely good. You want to go for Bag of Tricks first, then you want to move your way down to increase the damage dealt by Deadly Poison and Wound Poison, your Gushing Wounds to increase the damage dealt by your Rupture, and then you want to move to Blood of the Assassinated. So Rupture has a chance to infect your target, increasing damage dealt by your Rupture by 100% for 10 seconds. See what we're doing here, guys? If this procs at the same time you come out and you apply Rupture from a Vanish, you get that extra 50% if you have Night Stalker for the PVE build. Dude, it's doing your Rupture's doing an extra 150% damage. It's insanely good, well, at least for the 10 seconds, but still, it helps the damage just ramp up extremely high. And then, instead of going down this way, what we went straight down here, and we went for Poison Knives, which basically Phantom Knives, But then we got Surge of Toxins. Finishing moves increase poison damage you deal to the target by 10% for 5 seconds. Really fucking nice. Serrated Edge increases the critical strike chance of Rupture by 10%. Rupture is your main thing. It's where the bulk, all your damage comes from. You want to be using mainly Rupture. Anything we can do to buff that, the better. And then you want to take the last one from the Shadows. Declaring your Vendetta unleashes a barrage of poison daggers at the target for 300,000 plus damage over 20 seconds. And it refills all your energy. It's really fucking nice to have. Yeah, it's absolutely crisp, and that way you have all 3 of your traits nice and easy, and then basically from that point onwards, I come back here to Toxic Blades, and now I'm going to move down and finish off these 4 here. But that's a quick tutorial, guys, for the artifact weapon. Most of you guys have probably maxed this out way before fucking me, but if you're looking to start a rogue, or you just did and you're watching this, it's a good way to go. You go right across, grab that one first, the Bag of Tricks, come on down, grab your Blood of the Assassinated, skip the rest of this crap here for now, and then you go down all the way up to From the Shadows, and then you finish this off later on. It's pretty simple. So guys, that is my Assassination Rogue full guide on PvP, PvE, honor talents, the whole shebang artifact weapon. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope it helped. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I would really like to hear from you guys on what you think of this build and whether you'll be using it or not. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.